be speaking about paying college athletes and whether or not college athletes should be paid. Imagine you spend many hours, days, and weeks practicing your sport, and it generates thousands or millions of dollars for your university, yet you receive no amount of that money. This is a problem for many college athletes and has now become a major discussion in the college sports world. Today I'm going to be informing you about the pros and cons of paying college athletes. I'm qualified to speak upon this topic as I've done extensive research to help provide pros and cons for this. My main points for this argument will be on the pros, that it encourages student athletes to do good in the community and keep their grades up, while it also helps players that may come from lower incomes or provide things that the university does not. For the cons is that it will create an imbalance between large and small universities, and that it will also take money away from the university as they will have to pay the athletes. Some people think that paying college athletes will have a positive outcome on the sport because it will encourage athletes to do good in the classroom and in the community. This coming from a former basketball player, that if NIL deals were happening in his time, that it would encourage him to keep his grades up, turn his assignments in, and do good in class because it will keep his NIL deals. And that it could also help him do good in the community because if NIL deals would pay them to go to community-sponsored events, or even if they went and did community service, community events by themselves to help build their brand so they become more popular in the community and they can gain NIL deals. It can also come from maybe the university isn't paying for things that the students need. So this can happen because maybe students are having an income, or maybe they come from wealthy families that cannot provide the player with money. So this will help them pay for maybe things the university doesn't pay for that they need, like medicine, maybe unsponsored school clothes, or it could even be to travel home to see their families. Because maybe an athlete committed across the world or the country and they cannot afford to buy plane tickets or gas to get to that place. On the contradicting side, some people view that paying college athletes will negatively impact sports. This is because it may create an imbalance in the college sports world. Cody McDavis, who played basketball at the University of North Colorado, said that major brands like Nike would pay top dollar for the best athletes in the biggest schools, while smaller schools would not be receiving this income. This as, again, like he said, bigger brands like Nike, Under Armour, and Adidas really want the best talent that reflects their brand because that brings in money, as people know the best players in the world. And it's not even players, it can lead to schools. Like if you even go to Alabama, you're not the best player, you still go to one of the best football schools in the nation, and people will still know your name. And while for the smaller D1, D2, and even in some instances, D3 schools, they will not be receiving these NIL deals as people will not know them unless they are in their communities, will not be nationwide, and may not be making the thousands or millions of dollars that the other athletes are making. Another con is that if we pay college athletes, it will take money away from the universities as donations and money generated from like jackets like this one cannot help the schools, instead it'll be going to the players. One former NFL quarterback, Tim Tebow, who played at the University of Florida, who was known as one of the greatest college sports ever, he didn't want to take his income from his jerseys or donations or anything like that because he knew it went straight to the university, which can help his teammates, his coaches, facilities, clothing, and other things for the university. This can also go towards that if we pay college athletes, not even from the sports side, it takes money away from the university itself. In conclusion, the main points I previewed in the speech are that it encourages student athletes to do good in grades in the community. It will create an imbalance in between sports, and that it will take money away from universities. So I hope you understand the negative and positive effects of paying college athletes. And so, do you think college athletes should be paid for their countless hours they have spent training and doing of the sport.